this video we are back for the Halloween update in Find the Mikus. Thank you so much for choosing my video. If you do find it helpful, if you can leave it a like, drop me a comment and of course hit that subscribe button to help support my channel. So coming in, and you will get the new spooky update badge. There are two areas to this. We've got the Halloween area and Tidepools. So the Halloween area is the orange block here just by spawn. So I did have a quick look around. I really liked this area. It's really big though. I was sort of expecting some Halloween themed Mikus, but there wasn't any. So maybe something for the future. And I was just minding my own business and then seriously got PTSD from that leg Miku coming out. I thought it was the leg maze all over again. I was going to get chased. But this is kind of like the character you need to find to start the Halloween quest. So the Halloween quest is just for the coil, so it's a hallowed Miku coil. So I will come back and do this at the end of the video. And it's absolutely amazing to actually get a shout out and a comment. So thank you so much. That is one of the developers, Radiant Stew. This is just like one of the most loveliest communities I've ever been in. It's just fabulous. I love playing this game. So let's get going with the actual updates. So there's a couple of ways to get here. So the longer way, because I was trying to find Tidepools at this moment. So obviously I always go a bit more aerial to get a better look at the map, and that is when I clocked the new area. There is a second way of getting through to here, so I will show you that in a moment. And again, what a lovely little area. This really does feel like Tidepools. If you've actually been to the beach and you've been rock pooling, this is exactly what the Tidepools look like. These little kind of rocks with the little areas of water. I think this is lovely. So unbeknownst to me, where you can see kind of particles, you can actually walk on the water. I was avoiding it, but as you can see, you can actually walk on certain areas of the water. So the pumpkins are for the quest, so just ignore me clicking them. You have to do that in order. And this is what I love about these maps. Look at the water ripples on the ceiling, just like what you would have in a cave. It is that attention to detail that I love. I was sort of hoping for a teleport through to SpongeBob's like Bikini Bottom kind of Mikus, because I saw the pineapple in a beach area. Maybe something to add in later. I don't know if that's what they were thinking, adding a pineapple in. So that there, I could kick myself now because I know the answer. That is a massive clue for one of the Mikus. Oh, I've just seen it. They're playing a flute, but we will get onto that one. Don't worry, that is for that freaky floater one. So just to show you, some parts of the water is safe, some parts aren't. Ignore the pumpkins. That is like the weirdest looking mermaid ever. Like, looks like a seal. See, I thought that potentially when it said about the song being drawn in for the floater one, that would be related to the mermaid, because obviously with sirens, it's that siren song calling you in. So if you don't have a coil or a friend online, obviously this is how you can just jump across to go ahead and get that one. Nice and easy drop down. But I mean, if you've got the Halloween coil, if you do that first, then that's going to be no bother. So found this one by complete accident, but there is the Squidward one. I think Squidward really suits being Miku. Someone has to suggest that to Nickelodeon. So it sort of gave the game away a little bit for me there. I was like, right, there's drop downs, so some of these Tidepools are gonna have a drop down in them. So this is why I'm just kind of aimlessly wandering around. It's such a shame as well that you can't get over to the pirate ship. So maybe again something to include, you know, very similar to the last one where you had to say that word and then you got teleported over in the volcano island. I'm hoping they can do something like that. The emoji, so this is for static. Again, I will do that nearer the end of the video, but that is where you find the code. And again, I love the little path into this hidden gem here. So that is fishtank. Again, very similar to rock pools. You will find your way into the natural caves, etc. So this is the cut through the wall, so it will just save you going up the tree. You can just cut through the wall. I can't get over what a lovely addition to the map this is. So again, I told you there would be a drop down. So in that tide pool there, this is where we drop down to Miku can't swim. Unfortunately for them, they are like probably going to drown as they've dropped into an underwater cave. So that there is one of the buttons for static. So where you see an emoji, that will be a button in their relevant area. But again, I will cover static near the end of the video. So I'm really sorry to everyone that reached out that your kind of messages aren't shown in the video. I just want to say a massive thank you. Like, all of your messages mean so much to me. It's what keeps me content creating. And as I said, this community is just absolutely heartwarming. So every time I come on when there's an update, literally like the chat is flooded with support and kind of love for my channel. So just a massive thank you from me. I appreciate every single one of you. And again, I absolutely love this one. So you can see that I can't see that Miku through this rock. But there it is. You actually go around the other side, and that is gakupo. Oh, please don't come at me for the pronunciation. That's how I'm going to say it. Again, if you've got a coil, this is going to be no problem for you. If you don't, this is the route you can take to come and get this one. I'm not going to pronounce that one. So I was literally just in the middle of kind of finding the new Mikus and sort of just chatting to people. See, again, look at the love, like Judgement, love you. Like, oh, I'm so touched. Thank you so, so much. And obviously helping me to hopefully get to my 100k play button. That is my dream. And I just checked the index to see which ones I was missing. And then literally I spotted it. I scared my children because I literally went, oh my God! And they were like, what? And then the excitement, oh my God. Thank you so much. I have my own teto. I can say teto because it is. That really cracked me up that they've actually put teto. Oh, my really bad pronunciation. And it's in the cave, and I knew where this one was going to be. This was going to be my suggestion that I nagged them about that they hadn't used. And the fact that they put "We love you, JudgementTV" from the developers, like, that is so kind. I can't tell you how warmed my heart is at the minute. That literally has made my month. That and the fan art as well. Like, thank you so much. I feel like a celebrity coming into this server. I really do. So I know exactly where this one's going to be. So coming back into the cave here. I'm so happy they finally used this, but to use it for me as well. So if I actually liked the colour pink, I would probably dye my hair. I think it looks quite cool, but I can't stand pink. I'm so sorry. I'd rather dye it Miku blue. But shimmying through the wall, and there I am. Oh, that is so amazing. Again, thank you so much to the developers for that. Like, I am literally shocked and so honoured to be included in your game, especially as like other content creators do make videos. So here I was sort of like, I want a picture, I want to say thank you on Discord. Everyone was in my way. And the kids were literally like, you've just made my kids' night as well. They were like, Mummy, tell Daddy. You know, it's so amazing. Thank you so much again. So going back to Mikutropolis, and we're going to the beach. Where else are we going to find beach Miku? This one could have been on like a little lilo, like a little floaty or something. But there it is, that is beach Miku. So we're going to go ahead and get static. So be mindful, the code will change. So it's different for everyone, and it will change if you kind of go into a different server. So you can see mine is snowflake, coffee, green vial and swords. So I have put the ones in because I did find a couple of the other buttons, and those are the locations for you. So you have to do them in order. So of course my first one was snow. So I would recommend having the sound up because it will make a noise. You only press the button once. So heading back to the kind of ice cave over the bridge. See, look at the wonderful pirate ship they've added. I really want them to use that. I want a Miku on there. Just making our way through the ice, and there is the snowflake button on the wall. So again, press it once, you will hear a noise. So all of the buttons will look very similar. It will be a square with the emoji on it. So my next one was coffee. So in Mikutropolis, and there is the coffee. The next one was the green vial, so this is in the old lab and it's just on the wall there between the two rooms. And then finally my last one was the sword, so we're going to the desert into the room where laptop splitting was. So this is also where my picture is as well, like I love this game. And then coming back to the Tidepools, and you will see that Static Miku has come just by the code. And then finally, this is the freaky floater. So thank you so much to the player Math. So they were actually talking which one I was missing. And then also to Bruh Delta, they also said something about the flute. So it's like, what flute? Again, like I had it in my mind, it was something to do with that kind of siren, the mermaid. So I do owe floater to Math. So obviously the flute is with Bergen Teto. So this is where the car section is again. So it was really well timed actually, because my daughter was asking if I was going to go into the car area. She loves that song. It got really into our heads when I was playing Justice Miku, because that's all I was hearing. I was in there quite a lot trying to press the button. So she asked me to go in there, so here is the soundtrack for her. And there is the flute. Oh my god, I don't think I would have ever found that in there. So massive thank you to Math and complete 100% credit. This is the niceness and the kindness of this community, like they are so willing to help out, whereas sometimes in the games, like even when I offer credit, literally no one says anything. This community is one of the best I've ever experienced. So the flute actually plays, obviously I know I've got my soundtrack playing, but it actually plays like a really lovely tune. Again, the quality of this game, like if you haven't played Find the Mikus, I don't know where you've been, you definitely need to go and play this game. And then look where that character with the bloody flute is, and we get this appearance of these beautiful jellyfishes. See, again, that scripting is amazing. I love that you play the flute and then the obby appears, and that is Freaky Floater. So that completes the actual kind of update as such with the Mikus. And if you look at it, such a small area of the map, and it's been completely filled out beautifully with characters. So we're going to get the coil now, so you need to collect the pumpkins in order. So we start off with the blue and then we go for the white, and it will tell you the areas that they are in. So we're going to start off with the deserts. So I'd actually already seen quite a few of these pumpkins, so this wasn't overly difficult. And all you need to do is give the pumpkins a click and then they will disappear. Again, lovely scripting to that. I always say it for like the Halloween things, but I was really hoping that they would do Halloween themed Mikus. Like you could even do them as like the famous serial killer. I'm just imagining Miku with like the Jason X mask or like the Michael Myers mask or like Hellraiser or Chucky. I mean, I would have some fun with the designs on that one. So there is the other pumpkin in the desert. So we're now moving through to the Miku Snow Tundra. One of the pumpkin is in Deleted's cave, so it's just there by the polar bear. And I mean, to be honest, at least they've put pumpkins in. I mean, could you imagine if they would have said to like trick or treat the different Mikus, and they did, and they were really mean and sort of did Justice, or Alien, where it's one of those really long quests and you had to do it all over again. Oh my god, I've just given them a horrible idea for next Halloween, haven't I? So we saw that one when we did static. And then we need to go back to the Halloween area. So this is where all of the white pumpkins are. At least I don't have to fear the leg Miku in here, the witch one. So I did think I was finished, so I was like, well, I was given blue pumpkins and white pumpkins, and then it said like, can't claim yet. And I'm like, what? I've got all the pumpkins, I've got my 5 blue, I've got my 4 white. Oh, I must have looked like a complete idiot. And they said, have you got them in order? And I said, yeah, I got my blue and then got my white. And I was convinced I was owed my coil. And then they said, did you do the green ones? I was like, what green ones? And you scroll down. Oh my god. Completely missed that. So I've actually got to go back and do another 5. So we've got them in Miku Lands, Blue Blossom, Tidepools and Mikutropolis. So remember, I did collect 2 of them and I said to ignore them. I thought it was like static. In my defense, I thought that, yeah, okay, my colours were blue and white, not green. So there's number 1, just in the house. And then there was the other one that was up here. I don't actually know if the coil's permanent. I really hope that it is, because it would really help me with having a sprint. There is our second one. I think I might have to put that on the Discord server if it's a permanent coil or just for the Halloween month. So there is the one in the Blue Blossom. And then we've got to go back to the Tidepools. And obviously, if you do leave in the middle of this kind of quest, you're going to have to restart it. So it's probably worth finishing. So there we go. And then Mikutropolis, nice and easy just between the 2 buildings there. And then we can go back to the Halloween area and find the orange leg witch. And then we can claim our coil. So it was a bit weird for me in the actual area, but obviously taking it back. And now I can sprint. It feels so weird running so fast in this game because usually I don't have sprint. And then we have the jack-o'-lantern pumpkins coming out of the coil. I love that. I so hope that I can keep this past Halloween. What an amazing update, not only for the Tidepools, but also for my character. Thank you so, so much. So this is just a special shout out. So obviously when I first came on, as I said, I was kind of inundated by chat messages. Thank you again so much. I'm really sorry I can't feature all of them. I appreciate every single one. But as you can see, like, you know, Judgment, I'm crying. That is so touching. Like, just blessed. That just warms my heart. Thank you so much. And obviously just offered to do a video here. So there you are. And then that really made me laugh. Mom, I'm famous. Not in one of my videos. I'm not Mr. Beast level yet. But there you are on YouTube. And there we have it. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video.